Look, I get it. There are days when you wake up already feeling behind. Not because you didn't sleep enough, but because your mind is heavy. You're thinking about everything you should have done by now. Everything you promised yourself you'd start. And somehow it feels like time is moving faster than you are. And here's the truth most people never hear. You don't need to fix your entire life today. You don't need to figure out the year, the decade, or the rest of your future. All you need to focus on is the next 24 hours in front of you. Just today. Just this moment, because everything meaningful you will ever build starts right here. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's tuition. Every person you admire, every story you look up to, every life that inspires you is built on more failures than you can count. The difference isn't talent. It isn't luck. It's perspective. Losers see failure as proof they can't win. Winners see failure as proof they're learning. Failure is the fee you pay for growth. It's the cost of mastery. And once you understand that, you stop running from it. You stop fearing it. You start using it. Here's the part nobody tells you. To become the better version of yourself, you have to let the old version die. You can't keep dragging old habits, old excuses, old identities into a new chapter and expect a different outcome. People say they're searching for their best self, but what they don't realize is that growth requires a goodbye. You have to have a funeral for who you used to be, not out of hate, but out of respect. Because if that old version lingers, it will find you again. Greatness is built in silence. In the early mornings, when it's cold and no one's cheering. In the late nights, when quitting would feel easier. Not for applause, not for praise, but to prove something to yourself. To prove you're willing to suffer a little. To prove you're willing to sacrifice. Because greatness isn't handed out. It's earned when nobody's watching. At the end of every day, there's one question that matters. Did I get better today? Not perfect. Better. A small step. A little progress. Ask that question every night for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Think about who you become. This isn't about doing everything at once. It's about doing something every day and letting time do the rest. And let me be real with you. There'll be moments when quitting feels like peace, when stopping feels like relief. But that's not peace. That's fear trying to keep you comfortable. That's the voice telling you you're not worth your purpose. Don't listen to it. The pain of discipline weighs ounces. The pain of regret weighs tons. Regret doesn't go away. It accumulates. You might feel like you're falling behind right now, like there's too much on your plate. But you're not failing. You're surviving. You're handling stress. You're protecting your mental health. You are showing up. And the only thing you're behind on is giving yourself credit. You're doing better than your inner critic will ever admit. When you have a plan and a process, problems don't look as big. Adversity doesn't feel as overwhelming. But when you don't, everything feels heavier than it really is. The process is what keeps you going when motivation fades. Passion alone isn't enough. Passion needs action. Dreams want to live. And if you don't bring them to life, someone else will. Then one day you'll look back thinking, I could have, I should have, I would have, but you didn't. And that's a hard thing to live with. Here's a hard truth. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die. If you want something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. Growth is uncomfortable. Success is uncomfortable. Ask yourself what you really want, not what sounds safe, not what makes other people comfortable. What do you want deep down? Give me evidence you're not qualified to go get it. You don't have any. You are more capable than you think. Life is clay. You can reshape it. You can remake it, but only if you're willing to move. Standing still waiting for clarity won't change a perspective movement will. Start walking, even if you don't know where it leads. Worst case, you learn something. Best case, you change your life. Progress is messy. It's imperfect. It's uncomfortable, but it's real. Perfection is an illusion that keeps you stuck, waiting for the perfect time, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions. It's how people waste years. The people who achieve great things aren't the ones who waited until they felt ready. They moved forward anyway. They acted. They failed. They learned. They adjusted. There's something powerful about purpose. Purpose gives you peace in turmoil. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, adversity doesn't break you. It sharpens you. Without purpose, people drift. They settle. They accept average just to blend in, and years later, regret shows up asking why you didn't try. Change is inevitable. Fighting it only keeps you stuck. Growth comes from embracing discomfort. Hardship isn't punishment, it's development. You don't get strong character without resistance. You can't want an easy life and deep growth at the same time. One is the price of the other. You have two voices inside you. One is loud, fearful, critical. It wants safety. The other is quieter, deeper. It speaks through energy, through excitement, through that feeling that tells you there's more. That second voice knows who you really are. And the question that decides everything is simple. Which one will you listen to? You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to start. Even messy, even imperfect, progress beats perfection every single time. Each small step compounds. What feels impossible now becomes inevitable with consistency. And here's something you need to hear. You are not too late. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are here. And that means you still have time. Time to choose discipline over regret. Time to choose growth over comfort. Time to choose yourself. If this message hit you, comment iron below. This channel isn't for everyone. Only for those who choose discipline over comfort. Subscribe if you re one of Tim. I'll see you at the top.